Hello, this is my Sonic movie theory video. I will go over what I think the movie is going to be like, and let's get started. First off, before I start the theory, I just want to say that this will be the one where Eggman dies, not the one where Eggman survives. I will probably make a different theory about that, but this is the one that I want the movie to be like. Alright, cue the theory. The movie will open up with Agent Stone finding the Shadow Capsule and freeing him. Because he freed him, Shadow will work with Agent Stone and he wants to avenge Maria on GUN. Cue opening credit. We then get a flashback scene to Amy Rose meeting Baby Sonic. And then Baby Sonic runs off. They talk for a bit, then Baby Sonic runs off. And then Amy could follow him, but then this will pick up right where the beginning for the Sonic movie left off. So Amy would probably just stay here or walk away. Next, it opens up with Amy walking through a ring portal in the backyard of the Wachowski house. Next up, we get a scene where Tails introduces Amy Rose. Sonic obviously already knew, and Amy will come in for a hug and stuff because they're reunited and they have a lot of catch up on and stuff. Crap. They have a lot of catch up thing on and stuff. Meanwhile, then Shadow would Agent Stone will get into like the egg pod or whatever the spaceship that Eggman came into in the last movie, and Shadow will take him to the Ark, Space Colony Ark, which will 1/3 of the movie will take place on, like in Sonic Adventure 2. And then GUN comes in asking for Sonic's help because Dr. Robotnik's assistant Agent Stone and Project Shadow have gone to the Ark and threatened to blow up the Earth. Wow. And GUN's also accompanied by Nope, wrong one. Accompanied by Rouge the Bat, who Knuckles already know and distrust her because they will have already met in the Knuckles spin-off series. Assuming the Knuckles spin-off series takes place first. Sonic accepts the thing. And then all of them go to space. At this point, there are going to be no more human characters in the story other than GUN, of course. Next, Shadow and Sonic will finally meet, and then they'll go off and fight off screen. Meanwhile, you have new Agent Stone have found more badniks in the egg pod or whatever, which will contain like the Motobug and the Caterkiller, whatever. I don't actually know its name, and more Buzz Bombers. At this point, the original little Eggman, the original ones from the first movie, aren't really in here, but they still are. And then the gang has to fight them. Meanwhile, Rouge the Bat sneaks off. Now either Amy or Knuckles would go see what they're doing. So I would say Knuckles would, since he's already gotten to know Rouge, leaving Amy and Tails to fight off the badniks. Next, we'll get the classic fight scene on the treadmill where Sonic's going running backwards and Shadow's the thing's going forward. And then they have that little race battle, and then they can do that classic recreation scene from the Sonic Adventure, and then there can be glass right here in the background, then a moon, and then that, and then that could be the and then that could also be forget what I was about to say. For the poster, look, I would create my own I am creating my own poster for this. And then they would continue to fight, and then Shadow would explain more things about Maria, and Sonic's trying to get Shadow to, like, turn good and stuff like how he did with the Knuckles. But then Shadow is, like, too angry, and he's, like, emotionally and mentally, like, unstable. He's, like, fueled with anger. That's all he knows. He knocks Sonic out. He grabs Sonic and put him in a little escape pod thing, and he sets it to detonate, like in I'm not sure if that was actually in Sonic Adventure 2. I don't really know much about it, but I do know that was in Sonic X. Then Shadow would, like, launch Sonic out into space, leaving, and then Amy and Tails would come on, and Tails would be really upset because, like, his hero, and then Shadow detonates it, exploding. And then, like, Tails and Amy are, like, really sad now. But then Amy reminds Shadow of Maria for some reason. So then Shadow just runs off. But then you see, like, a little spaceship right here coming through with Sonic in it, but he's passed out, which leave Tails and Amy wondering what happened. Next, we see Agent Stone talking to Sonic in a little, new spaceship type thing. And Agent Stone is actually wearing, like, one of, like, Robotnik's clothes, like a more game accurate Robotnik suit of armor, like, not suit of armor, but it's, like, not really, like, it's, like, more of, like, Sonic Adventure 2 style suit. Sonic's confused of, like, who he is. Then he's saying that he's Agent Stone and you took Eggman away. Sonic's very confused about what's going on. Agent Stone even grew a mustache, if you want to add that in, but I wouldn't. And then Metal Sonic comes out of nowhere saying that Agent Stone explaining how Robotnik, how Dr. Eggman created a version of Metal Sonic. He just finished creating him and added a piece of Sonic's quill and Shadow's quill, or you can just make it Shadow's quill. So then they get into, like, a little fight. Sonic is badly hurt. Metal Sonic is, like, like the killer robot, but then Agent Stone orders him down. So, like, now he's, like, his, like, little bodyguard. He's the Agent Stone, and Stone's, like, the Eggman now. And then, of course, Sonic gets captured. Oh no! Next, we see where Rouge and Knuckles are, as Rouge turns around and Knuckles still not trusting her. Rouge is like, I'm done, like, a government work for the president and stuff. Knuckles still doesn't trust her too much after she tried stealing the Chaos Emeralds and the Master Emerald, which I will make a separate video about my theory for, like, the Knuckles show, because the Knuckles show is going to happen before this. At least I think so. But Sonic Movie 3 is scheduled for December of 2024, and the Knuckles show, for all we know, it's coming out 2023. So that's why I'm making it like, but if they don't already know, we're going to say that Knuckles still doesn't, like, really trust Rouge as much. Still, and then Rouge is like, you have to trust me and stuff. Even if they don't know each other, Knuckles will still not trust Rouge. Then they discover about Maria's death, and Robotnik's grandfather, Gerald Robotnik. I'm pretty sure that's the name. I can't really remember right now. I'm pretty sure it's Gerald, though. And then they have to rush off to go tell the others about it. Next, we see Knuckles and Rouge rushing in, asking, and then Knuckles and Rouge start explaining what they saw. And then in the middle of it, Knuckles asks, "Wait, where's the hedgehog?" Then Amy explains how he was in an escape pod that the Shadow Hedgehog guy detonated and explode. But then Tails adds how the agents, how they think Robotnik took away Sonic. Rouge then remembers about sneaking in and stuff. And then she remembers, well, actually no, she doesn't remember. No, and then Shadow pops out of nowhere and beats all of them up. They're all weakened now except for Rouge, who betrays them and joins Shadow as a Rouge. Then, of course, crap, wrong one. And then they're all back up here. As then Shadow gets a call from Agent Stone. He turns around and runs off. Ashruz explains that she's actually just like tricking Shadow, and then she tells them to run while they still can. She turns around and goes off with Shadow. Amy then starts trying to come up with a plan to find Sonic. We then see Shadow appear, and then he's obviously angry about Metal Sonic because it has his DNA. And even if it doesn't have like Shadow's quill, it still has Sonic's quill. And he doesn't like this contraption. They get into a little argument. Agent Stone then orders both to stand down, explaining how Metal Sonic is his bodyguard. And starts explaining to Shadow about he found out old files about Space Colony Arc. Shadow agrees with him, turns around and runs off. Then Sonic does like a spin dash. He gets out of his chains, and then before Metal Sonic can stop him, he runs off after Shadow. Next, Shadow is caught by Sonic, and then Sonic is telling Shadow to stop. He's going to blow up the entire Earth. Shadow knows about that, and he wants to get revenge. But then Sonic explains how everyone's dead now that hurt Maria. Shadow is then triggered by Maria, and then gets into another fight with Sonic. Sonic's just like trying to avoid the entire fight, making comments about like, is this what Maria would have wanted? And stop Shadow and stuff like that. This isn't who you are, Shadow. Shadow is then like going into a burst of rage. Sonic then, I'm not sure if they still have the Chaos Emeralds. But then Sonic then goes Super Sonic. I don't actually have the image of Super Sonic up yet. And then Shadow takes off the little bands around him, and then he goes Super Shadow, and then they have like a little fight right here. Sonic is then weakened. And Shadow puts back on his bands to restrain him back. Sonic Severely Bean still gets up saying for Shadow to stop this madness and stuff. Shadow, just then like alarms go off and it's a bleeping. Sonic then remembers his friends, and he tells Shadow that he has a choice. Either you can stop this now and die a hero, or you can live through it regretting everything and become a villain. Sonic turns around and runs off to save his friends, while Shadow lets Sonic's words sink in. sink in and thinks about Maria and what she would have wanted. Then you get like flashback scenes to Maria and stuff. I'm not sure if they'll actually show her getting shot in the PG movie. I do think that Shadow might like do the things that he said in the things that he said in the certain things that he said in Sonic Adventure 2 and the Shadow game. He might say a few stuff like that, so this might be a PG-13 movie just because of the violence and Shadow. Then Shadow like runs off again. Sonic then comes back and his friends are excited to see him. Amy comes in for a hug, and so do the rest of Sonic's friends. But then Sonic gets out of the hug saying that the arc is set to crash, is set to explode into the Earth. Then, actually, let me do something real quick. Forgot to add in a character. It's loading this away a second. Actually, wait, no I didn't. Crap. And then Rouge comes in. Telling them how Gerald Robotnik has override the thing. Then you can like Agent Stone and Mel Sonic come through. And then Rouge is explaining about how all what all is going on, how the Ark's going to crash into Earth, hurting everyone. Sonic can't let this happen. He's trying to figure out what to do, and then Shadow would come in, saying he won't do it unless both of us. No, he's saying he comes in saying you can't do it by yourself, and then Sonic and Shadow go Super Sonic and Shadow, and then they go out. Meanwhile, everyone else, Team Sonic, Rouge, Metal Sonic, and Agent Stone go into the egg pod to escape the Ark so that it won't crash it, so that they won't be in it when it crashes into Earth. Sonic and Shadow are then giving their all to try to stop Space Colony Ark from reaching the ground. Shadow's trying to push it back, and then Sonic is trying to hold it back. I have no clue what's going on right now with my screen. Sonic's trying to push it back, putting his back against to it, and then Shadow's is going forward, Sonic's going backwards. And then if I can find the image, I'm not sure it's gonna fit in the screen. Alright, here we go. And then Sonic concentrates all his power, from the first movie and then from the second movie, to go hypersonic. So he has the energy from the first movie, then he has the superness from the second movie, and then he's able to actually move it back, but it's still coming in hot, and it's turning to fire now. It's getting so close. Shadow then tells Sonic that he knows what to do. Sonic turns to Shadow. Shadow says, "You said to me that either I can live to see myself become a villain or die as a hero." Shadow then takes off all his bands and uses Chaos Control to send Sonic back to the egg pod. And then Shadow, I guess you can say that he goes Super Shadow. But then Shadow stops the Ark and destroys it as he falls down to Earth as Shadow. And he says, "This is for you, Maria." And turns to fire and he crashes onto Earth. And then Shadow like crashes like into like a little lake down here. They land in the egg pod with gun shoulders like all around them. Rouge takes in Metal Sonic flies off and Rouge then takes in Agent Stone into custody. But then Metal Sonic flies off because like Agent Stone's orders. And then Team Sonic comes down here to find Shadow. Shadow's severely injured and he's like and there's like more ash surrounding him. He had a little fire on. There was like smoke coming off the ground. And then Big the Cat's in here just like cameoing, because I do think that he will be in like an episode of the Knuckles show. So Knuckles obviously know who he is, but I don't think Big the Cat's gonna play any role. I just want him to cameo. Like I want him to be like the Stanley of the Sonic universe. And he can't play some major roles like in some movies, but I want him to cameo. Like and Sonic helps Shadow up. Shadow's like, "Do you really think I will be accepted into this world?" Sonic's saying, "I know a person that would love to have you." And then like Sonic's talking about Wade, not Tom Wiskowski, because I feel like Shadow would go off with Wade, because Sonic can like initially talk about Tom and Maddie, but either Shadow can like go with Wade or he can go with Rouge and stuff. He can go into custody and like take his time, but like I don't think he would do that since he just saved the entire Earth. And then Team Sonic would then go back to Green Hills, Montana, because right now they're like a little ways away. So I mean, unless they find like the X tornado, it's gonna take them a while to get back. Shadow will go with them. Big Cat's gonna stay here. And then they go back to Green Hills, Montana. And then like it cuts back here. Tails like taking a nap. Knuckles is right here. You got Tom and Maddie. Ozzy can be walking around, sitting down here. But then like Sonic's is like in the back, like like eating a chili dog and stuff. Amy walks up to him and asked him, "Do you ever think about going home?" And then Sonic's talking about, "What do you mean?" And like Amy's saying, like like back to Mobius. There goes the name drop. Mobius, like where Sonic's home was, like with the original like Green Hills zone. Like we're gonna call that Sonic's home planet Mobius or whatever. And then Sonic's like, "Well, I'm already home." He looks at Tom and Maddie. Then he looks at Sonic, and then he looks at Tails and Knuckles, and then he tells Amy, "And I wouldn't want to be anywhere else." Amy thinks that that's sweet, comes in for another hug, third hug in the movie. They can hug. I'm just trying to avoid, the actual love stuff. And then you get the end credit. And then you would have the credits. Blah blah. I can't get the video in that I did for the credits. And it's not anything special. It's just like Sonic Movie 2 credits and me talking about that. But then you would have like the same sort of scene for like Sonic Movie 1 ending credits scene. And then you would have like lots of like blue and greenish energy coming right here. And then you will see a character do a flip in, like in the Shield, like for Daredevil in the Shield trailer. You will start by the boots, and the camera will slowly move up to Silver's face, looking around, and then into the camera, and it's going black. And that is my theory for Sonic Movie 3. This obviously teases for Sonic Movie 4 and stuff. And I would honestly love to see a Silver the Hedgehog spin-off series that could come out before Sonic Movie 3. But I think it might be better after Sonic Movie. I think it could be better after Sonic Movie 4. But instead of doing a Sonic Movie 4, just do like a Silver spin-off series. And the final episode being like a climactic thing with Sonic and all the other stuff. And I do not expect Mephiles the Dark to appear to trick Silver. I believe that's who tricks Silver. And Blaze might appear, honestly, but that's it for this video. See you in the next one. Bye.